Tail of the tape looks like this. Storley 32, Kikuiri 29. Kikuiri, the taller fighter with the longer reach here. Logan Storley will try to wrestle his way out of that advantage. Jason Herzog to oversee the action. Our advanced step for this one brought to you by Arkham. Masayuki Kikuiri, 73% of his wins have come inside the distance. All of those by knockout. No submissions for him. Kikuiri's in the dark trunks, Storley in the green. See if Kikuiri can use the reach advantage here. Pretty significant one, but Logan Storley's specialty as a four-time Division I All-American at the University of Minnesota is wrestling his way inside.
I like this posture from Kikuiri. He was staying very low. If he can defend his first takedown, it's going to be a real statement, and he does. Nice front kick to the midsection. This is where Storley wants it, though, up against the fence where he can shoot him into that fence panel. There it is.
Big lift in the drop. Nice work by Logan Storley.
Lovely work how he covers the hips. Kikuiri's trying to hold that wrist control right now, but Storley is just moments away from it. Oh, look at the roll through. Beautiful control. Stayed on the body lock. I expect him at some point to try and jump to the back. Here's mount position straight away. Good hips by Kikuiri.
Yeah, he doesn't give up. He doesn't concede anything. He stays in there.
Big elbows from the top for Storley.
They're the kind of elbows that make you scramble in the wrong direction and turn into a choke. I like that wrist control there.
That seatbelt is tough. He's got half guard and the seatbelt. One of my favorite positions as a wrestler.
Really pouring it on Logan Storley, causing Masayuki Kikuiri to turtle up there. And he's got to decide whether he wants to defend his face or use his arms to reach for underhooks and try to improve his position. Talking with Logan Storley in the fighter meetings, a lot of it's just about forcing attrition from his opponents. He says, I know I can push the pace. I'll get myself tired to get him even more tired. Eventually, these guys all break.
Yeah. He realizes he needs to work to get his position and then do damage, really open up. He was a little frustrated, I think, with this fight against Luciano because they didn't finish him. He let it go the distance. But that was a tribute to Luciano, in my opinion. Luciano was a lot tougher than anybody gave him credit for.
Storley once again going to work with the right hand. No breathing room for Kikuiri, but he works his way to his feet, only to be dumped right back down to his hips. USA chants from the Nashville crowd, and already a deep breath from Masayuki Kikuiri. One of the most frustrating things that can happen is you put in all that effort to get back to your feet, and then the wrestler just plants you right on your backside.
A couple of times here, Storley is very close to mount, and Kikuiri's hips have been very good at kicking out to the side and trying to recover a half guard. He's clearly put the work in to deal with what he was going to be up against tonight, but the question is, can he get ahead of the curve? Can he start to turn things around on Storley? And can he stay in the fight for long enough to start maybe seeing Storley get a bit tired and make some mistakes?
90 seconds left in round one. Official hydration partner of the PFL is Element. They're offering a free sample pack with any purchase. If you'd like to try Element, scan the QR code or visit drinklmnt.com/PFL. Claim a free sample pack. I love that stuff. A little salty sweet.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I did notice you stole all the Element hats, though. Got a whole wardrobe full of them, Sean O'Connell has. Put my hand on one of them.
Got to have one to sweat in, one to wear out, one to wear on the broadcast. They made me take it off.
Solid top position here from Storley. You can see Kikuiri holding onto that wrist, but the shoulder pressure on the other side is very unpleasant. You can see how it's turning his hips away, forcing him to expose his back a little bit. With Robbie Lawler in the corner, calling for Storley to hurt him a little bit. Good elbows.
Punishing first round from Logan Storley. Kikuiri here's that clapper. Tries to scramble to his feet one last time in round one. Round two when we return to Nashville.
Ready? Fight.
Logan Storley, Masayuki Kikuiri in the smart cage now in Nashville. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Randy Couture cage side. Front kick attempt there from Kikuiri.
Kikuiri now knows that if he hits the floor, the reality is he may not be able to get back up again. And that's got to make him a little more tentative when he opens up. You can see he's got that squat stance, and he's using that lead hand to try and fill that center channel space a bit. I also like him threatening with that rear leg with some knees and lovely angle change again. But he's getting backed up to the fence here. You've got to expect that right hand and the double leg, and there it comes.
Better work this time from Kikuiri to at least remain on his feet for now. You do not want to stay on this cage against Logan Storley. Interesting thing between rounds, Jason Herzog gave a hard warning to Storley about punches to the back of the head. Said, I already told you twice in round one, I'm going to take your position and potentially points if you do it again. Gabriel Braga, the other half of our co-main event, will face Jesus Pinedo for the third time in the PFL Smart Cage. First time was a split decision victory for Braga. Second time was a knockout victory for Pinedo. The rubber match coming up next.
Oh, nice
good uppercut and a left hook behind it from Kikuiri. Right hand coming over the top from Storley.
Good calf kick. Straight away you can see the redness on the leg. Might be something else to invest in. You just got to set it up against the wrestler. This is a great opportunity, Randy, as I'm sure you'll reinforce. A great opportunity when someone's kicking to hit a level change and drive through.
Very tough to sprawl when you're standing on one foot.
Wow, great wrestling again there from Logan Storley. Some success in the combination from Masayuki Kikuiri. Storley almost with a from his knees dunk under, got around to the backside. Now Kikuiri has to work against the cage again, expend all that effort to get back to his feet. Kikuiri was able to land a good uppercut and a right hand, but you just can't throw that kind of stuff with Storley robbing you of the space.
Keep working here, guys.
It's quite obvious that Kikuiri has spent a lot of time in this training camp grinding and dealing with people trying to take him down, because he's holding his own here. He's making it difficult for Storley. He keeps using that rear uppercut and that rear teep. And then ultimately, you know, every time he hits the floor, there's not a moment where he's just accepting of it. His conditioning is on point, and he's keeping working back to better positions. Nice drop level change there, though. Just dragged his opponent over to the fence.
Just straight down onto the legs of Masayuki Kikuiri.
Storley does a great job of using his hands and punching his way into those takedowns. He doesn't just try to shoot in a naked shot. It gives you something else to think about and then follows it with a perfect level change.
90 seconds left to work in round two. Masayuki Kikuiri once again back to his feet, trying to strip the hands of Logan Storley. Successful again. A much better round here for Kikuiri, as Storley appears to be slowing down a little bit pace-wise. Good left hands from Kikuiri, and right behind it.
I like that rear uppercut again. He just missed there. This almost feels like Kikuiri knows that the fight might be turning around. Great jab from him. 1 minute left in the middle round.
And even these takedowns from Storley are not resulting in top control in round number two. Kikuiri's got a chance to take this round if he can finish strong in this final minute.
Yeah,
but look at Logan Storley. Man.
Second effort, second shot by Storley. Instead of standing up and resetting and letting Kikuiri reset, he took that opportunity to shoot right back in.
There was an
outside
opportunity.
single.
Sorry, Sean. There was an opportunity on that sprawl there for Kikuiri to separate, and he stayed in a front headlock position, which was possibly a miscalculation.
And this is where those championship credentials for Logan Storley come in. All that experience, knowing that you can't let seconds in the round slip away from you, because those seconds stack on top of each other. Final 5 of round number 2. Logan Storley pressuring into Masayuki Kikuiri. Round 3 next.
I'm going to tell you, Sean, there's a lot of people are going to look at that and say, well, Logan Storley got the takedowns. Logan Storley got hurt in that round. When he shot that and dropped down for those low legs, he was hurt. And I think that Kikuiri was able to do a lot of damage in that round. And I'm going to give Kikuiri that round 10-9.
Potentially the decider here in round 3. Little mouse under the eye, the right eye of Logan Storley. Kikuiri did have a lot more success. Right hand landed there. Storley offers one back, and then the left hand gets to work for Masayuki.
Oh, nice flow.
Recognition of the scenario he's in. Logan Storley changes levels, taking some damage on the feet, gets the fight back down into his world.
I love to watch these high-level wrestlers, how they just flow over their opponent, just breaking down limbs as they go. It's really like water, how they kind of crash and flow over people.
The other thing about it, when you're talking about a guy with this level of credential, just in the wrestling world, and Randy, you know this better than I do, certainly, but you become friends with fatigue. It's not that Logan Storley is not tired. It's not that he's not sucking pond water and his lungs aren't burning. It's that he knows how to work through that scenario and to make his body perform despite the misery.
Put yourself in that position every single day at wrestling practice. You learn to operate through that, and you have confidence that if you feel that way, you know your opponent's about ready to quit.
There does not appear to be any quit in Masayuki Kikuiri, who's obviously put in a very strenuous training camp in preparation for this bout. Storley, though, staying on top, working his way into the half mount, using that shoulder pressure again.
Kikuiri's going to try and create some space here. You can see him driving his forearm in under the neck to try and build a frame, but Logan Storley's so good at breaking them down. You can see now he's taking control of that far side arm of Kikuiri, which means that he can keep him broken down.
He's also got control of the bottom leg of Masayuki Kikuiri, which means he can't build a base until he gets it back.
Telling him in the corner to keep the Turk. It's the bind on the leg, isn't it, Randy Couture?
Yes, that's that bottom leg Turk. Jiu-Jitsu, we call it a half guard, but wrestling terms, it's a bottom leg Turk.
Is the idea with the Turk, Randy, to keep that leg elevated somewhat?
Keep it trapped, gives you something to sit on, control his hips. His leg is connected to his hips. So it's really hard for him to elevate his hips and move his hips if you're sitting on that bottom leg.
Makes sense.
Scan the QR code, get nitrogen-infused Valor energy drinks, official energy drink partner of the PFL.
This is a mauling third round. This is from Logan Storley. Kikuiri just now starting to look like his energy is becoming to sap, and he's digging an underhook here, but again, forearm in the neck, flattened out, shoulders to the fence, shoulders to the canvas. 90 seconds left. He's got to do something spectacular here.
Worth stating, Logan Storley, if he could stay on top, probably on his way to a decision victory here. He's a training partner and gym mate of Jason Jackson, who fights in our main event. If Jason Jackson can emerge victorious there, will it be Killcliff versus Killcliff in the tournament final? Masayuki Kikuiri's got 1 minute left to try to make that reality impossible.
What a mauling this is from Storley.
Yeah, beautiful return to the mat, riding those wrists. floating his hips over the top and around, just making it very, very tough for Masayuki.
All the Golden Gopher wrestlers around the world are celebrating right now. Logan Storley is their guy. We've got a pretty successful history of guys transitioning into mixed martial arts. Brock Lesnar, you know him, Randy.
Never met him.
Cole Conrad as well, former Bellator champion. Logan Storley, all University of Minnesota alum.
Can Storley get one more mat return here before the bell goes? Does he need it?
To the judges' scorecards we go for a welterweight semifinal.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we turn it over to the judges' scorecards. Who scored this fight? 30-27, 29-27, 29-28. All for your winner by unanimous decision. Moving on to the PFL World Tournament Finals, Logan Storley.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now to the PFL MMA YouTube channel.